All right. How you doing? How you doing, guys and gals? Much love, much love. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for stopping by, lurkers, twerkers, you beautiful sandwich making workers. Much love, much love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for dropping by and supporting Johnny with Bologna and Wieners coding. Let's go. I might just roll with it, guys. Good old-fashioned bologna and wieners coating. Let's go! I'm trying to chill it down a little bit so that I don't, sometimes I get a little too excited. I know, guys, I know. Quickly, I need to finish up. Well, I don't know, quickly. Is that a thing with me? I don't even know. To be honest, am I quick? I don't know. To be honest, I don't know. Let's go. Let's go. Waka 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 waka. Let's go, turn it up. I am going to finish up in chat here, guys and gals, so appreciate your patience. I appreciate your patience. If you're watching this and it's not live, okay, it's great to have you. 100% absolutely is. I love it. I love the fact that you showed up. Turn it up. It's awesome of you. It says a lot to me about who you are as an individual. And I respect. But if you're watching this when it's not live, by all means, you could skip forward with or slide the slider play bar forward, whatever you want to call it. You know how to do those things. And then, yeah, you want to get right straight to learning? That's awesome. I love it. You know I love that. Turn it up. We're getting into some good stuff today. We finally made it, boys and girls. We finally made it. I'm trying to finish up here in chat, guys and gals. This is for those that show up. I could verbally say what I'm doing, but this is for those that show up watching the live stream. Got some committed lurkers and twerkers, and I love that. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support. Whoever you are, wherever you are, bless. I hope you're having an awesome day. I absolutely mean that. Music. I forgot to do that last stream. I know I have that somewhere. You guys may be wondering what I'm playing. I know it's in the description of my there it is. I'm pasting it in chat. Oh, stop clicking that. Why? What am I clicking here? No. Stay open. What? Am I like bad, guys? So I don't know. Okay. I don't know, this shield mode with chat. Hopefully you guys can chat. I don't know. I don't have the stream up. And of course I'm the mod. Naturally, I would be able to post in the comments. I'm pasting through Streamlabs right now, guys and gals. How's your day going? Man, I can't wait to get to this stream. It's going to be exciting. Okay, there. So now I'm scrolling back down to kind of where I was because I had to scroll back up to find that music I'm playing. If you're into RPG type games, 2D, or what do they call it? It's kind of in between 2D and 3D. RPG type games, let's go vibes. Man, I love that too. I love that as well. I never did have, is that the game Link on SNES? Man, I wish I did. I never did. I was more into fighting games, fighting type games, but I still love venture type games. Those are fun. Nowadays, I'm more into coding. That's all I do. I haven't played a game in a long time. Done with Warzone, that's for sure. Garbage, full of garbage people. Not everybody, I know that. But there is a lot. And so that's enough of that. That doesn't even deserve a conversation. That's how bad it is. But I love zombies. Zombies are fun. Zombies are so much fun. I could solo zombies. Solo Cold War zombies. Round, I don't know, 60 somewhere I made it there, or 64. Gets pretty intense at 65. doing the yeah, Easter eggs and all those sort of things. Here we go. I guess I clicked that. That is up now. We'll bring it back because I wanna get into this. I wanna first thank you guys and gals, followers, supporters, lurkers and twerkers, sandwich making workers, those of you that hit the play button, every single one of you. Awesome, sawsome. Turn it up. Look at yourself in the mirror today and say, I am awesome. That's right. Turn yourself up because you truly, truly are. And I say so. I say you are. All right. That is enough of that. But you guys know I appreciate you. I say it probably more than I probably should. I don't know. But I do. I do. You guys, viewers, those that watch the content consistently, you guys keep things going. And this is for you. Yeah. That's right. Whoa, I closed that early. My bad. Oh, crowd, sorry. I closed the door on the crowd. That's why you couldn't hear him anymore, guys. My bad. I love you, battle crowd. You guys are awesome, every single one of you. You know it. All right, let's do this. It is time. I'm trying to shorten my intros so that we can get right to things. I'm going to do these intros regardless, whether people like it or not. I'm just going to do it. If you want to start your own channel and do your own intros, by all means. Let's go. Hey, let's do this, because why not? All right. Turn the music up on my headset. Okay, there we go. Clicking that. Might as well bring it up. Okay, guys and gals, it is time. Put on the old thinking cap. Flick the old switch in the cranium. It's time to learn. Again, leave the dunce caps for the dunces. Oh yeah. Those are the ones that say, learning. I don't like to learn. Pew, yuck, pew. That's who they are. Yes. I love mathematics. I don't want to go on a tangent or anything, but I enjoyed learning. I was like, man, as soon as I'm like, well, I can do this, like with algebra, man, I dove right in. I full on dolphin dove right into the pool, the mathematics pool. I'm like, I'm swimming in this stuff now. Yeah, because I love it. Next level. Okay, congratulations, guys and gals. Congratulations for surviving all the way up to this point in the this lecture course C++ coding series that I'm slowly doing, you know. I don't know. I don't want to really have... do I apologize for it being too lengthy? I don't know, guys. I'm trying to, explain things so that, and give examples and, lots going on. Each video is not fully 2 hours long. Realistically, it's probably hour and a half of content, learning content. So, you know, just because you see 2 hours in a video doesn't mean, oh no, I can't watch this, right? There's this thing called slide the play bar. Okay, and then you can get right to the content. First half an hour, is just kind of me going on and thanking you guys and gals and congratulating you for getting this far. You've completed and survived the first however many videos. Now you can create and understand sophisticated C++ programs. Of course, there's much more to do, and next, this week, next week, starts with one of the most difficult concepts. In fact, that's what we're doing today. C++ pointers. I have a saying, just so you guys and gals know, there is a saying, and I will say it. I'll throw it out there. Okay, because it'll keep you motivated, right? Am I on the right? Which one am I supposed to look in here? Is it this one? Is it that one? Is it this one? Is it that one? I got 3 documents I kind of bounce between, guys and gals. One has most of the quotes in it. I don't think it's this one. And of course, it's 20, 30 pages long, so... Oh, yeah. So I'd throw that in there. Okay, here it is. When they say it's impossible for them, not for you. Let's go. Losers quit, L. When they fail. Winners fail until they succeed. Turn that up. Turn that up. Okay? Guys and gals, be a winner, not a quitter, because there's lots of quitters. And the quitters, I don't care. Don't come back. I don't want to see you again if you quit. Bye-bye. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, snout. All right, let's continue. So yeah, congratulations. We're doing C++ pointers now. Don't worry, guys. It's not that scary of a word. They're not really that bad to understand once you get it, okay? Once you get it, okay? I'm going to do my best to teach it to you guys and gals, as easily as, with examples and that, and simplify it and help you kind of organize it in your mind, okay? So don't give up now. You're about to delve deeply into the meaning and use of object-oriented programming. Let's go. Virtual functions and many of the advanced features of this powerful language. In fact, it's the most powerful language because it's not a managed language. So take a break, all right? You don't need to take a break if you're ready to kind of learn, but this was kind of supposed to be at the end of the last video. I was supposed to say all this, but that's okay. So you can still bask in your glory of your accomplishments, okay? Because good job. Congratulations getting this far. It's amazing, isn't it? You got enough knowledge now to kind of grind code, right? Yesterday I did a class and all that. I grinded up a bunch of code, but I don't know. I'm exporting the video to YouTube. I don't know if I'm going to post it or not. It's hard to say. The part with the switch, I don't know. I know, guys. The switch, I don't want to scare you guys from the switch statements. They're really, if you go 0, 1, 2, 3 and you count like normal, you have no problems with it. It's kind of calling it from outside a switch is kind of like, what? But if you're inside the switch and you're using values to whatever to, grab each case based on whatever numeric value or true or false or whatever, they work fine. They work great. Okay. But yeah, keep it simple, Stanley. Really, unless you don't want to, just go back to if else if, and else statements. That's fine as well. All right. So you finished up to this point. By now you should feel comfortable entering programs using your compiler and thinking about objects, classes, and program flow. Right? You got most of the kind of basic general knowledge understood, I believe, to this point. I think you do. We're going to begin with pointers. Really what we're doing is, instead of copying and duplicating memory, right? Because RAM's temporary. I know nowadays there's lots of RAM. Like you could really have some. I got 32 gigs. So that's a lot. But things can still fill, right? So with C++, you learn how to kind of be a memory manager housekeeper. Housekeeping! Housekeeping! Can I fluff your temporary RAM for you? Housekeeping! Such a classic. I love it. Only the reals love that stuff. Okay. So yeah, you do. You have to, once you start getting into doing not stack allocation, heap allocation, creating heap allocated objects, that's when you got to kind of do a little more memory management. My bad. But you can also create, I think it's just a header. I can't recall. I think it might be just a header. You know how we separate a header and a source code? We create a class and we'll do a header and a source code, right, with that header. But you can also do everything in the header, right? It's no different than creating a class above your int main. It's no different, really. But you can create a class that just basically manages the memory for you. Right? So you almost don't even have to think. I'll show you how to do that once we get to that point. Keep watching, right? Keep the views up, keep showing up. I'll do that sort of stuff. There's lots for us to go through here, guys and gals. I could share so much. And now I'm doing like OpenGL stuff, so lots going on. And I still even have to share my Vector 2D and Vector 3D programs that I've created with you guys and gals. It's all mathematics related. Vectors, actual vectors, right? Coordinate type stuff. So anyways, yeah. So stay tuned. Lots going on. I keep going. I keep getting up. I keep showing up. And it's all for you. Let's go. We gotta kind of push through here, but you'll find them explained fully and clearly. Okay, so that's kind of the goal here. They're not so bad, guys. You just gotta organize it in your head. That's all. Just create that separation and organization in your own library, up in the head, right? Up in the old brainium cranium. Okay, so I'm going to scroll forward here. So eventually we're going to get into advanced functions, object-oriented analysis, design. I think a lot of this stuff we kind of already did. Implementing inheritance, managing arrays and strings. Which did we do that? I don't know. They're in this course outline again, guys and gals. I haven't said it yet or mentioned it yet. I know we're kind of just starting here. If you're just dropping by for the first time, sheesh. It's great to have you. Truly is. I mean that. But if this is a language you want to learn, I recommend you kind of follow the beginning of the series. Now, currently my channel is called, as of today, WhiskeyTango Sharp Coding. I might even change it to, I'm really contemplating changing it to Bologna&Weiners Coding. Okay, I'm seriously contemplating it. Just for, yeah. And I like it, actually, to be honest. It suits me. It's very fitting. So, all the videos I export from Twitch to YouTube, there is a playlist. It was set up as a course, but I don't know. YouTube canceled me backwards to a playlist. I'm just happy and grateful that they're still there for you guys and gals to view. Otherwise, I would have been pretty pissed, honestly. I won't lie. That would have really, yeah. So, but they're there. It's not a course anymore. They're a playlist. So check it out. I recommend starting from, the first video. We're going step by step here, gradually in a linear fashion, okay? And slowly growing here, right? Those that have been following the series and that, congratulations again. It's amazing that you've gone this far. So yeah, but you're welcome to stay today, and if that's what you're interested in, by all means, it'd be great to have you. Turn it up. Turn it up. Turn up your turnips, boys and girls. Flip them over. Okay, yeah, and then polymorphism and all those sort of things. We are going to do more. So now we're getting into understanding pointers. Understanding pointers. Seriously? Bob, seriously? What is this? Okay, it's workout stuff? Okay, I'm down with that. I'm always, supportive of those that stay fit. Okay, I would support you guys. Show me the money. They're called gym sisters. I don't know. That's what I'm seeing here. Gym sisters. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. What it is, I don't know. Stay in shape, boys and girls. Stay in shape. All right, understanding pointers. One of the powerful but low-level tools available to a C++ blah, 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 blah. CPP, I should just say that. Programmer is the capability to manipulate computer memory directly by using pointers. Really, if you kind of understand, here's a real simple concept. You've been in a library before, right? Your school library, right? So you have different shelves, right? Think of the library shelves as your memory, okay? And there's a book in a certain location on a certain shelf, and there's another book in another location on a different shelf, and each of those books has a memory address, okay? So you could pretend, we could pretend that the CPU is the librarian, and the librarian's kind of just pointing to whichever bookshelf. So think of it like that. A pointer is just pointing to a location in memory. Okay, so like that book over there. That book over there, way yonder, we are pointing to it. Right? You can just imagine just standing there, seeing the librarian, who looks like a CPU, he or she. That's just jokes, guys. Okay, and they're pointing at the shelf. And that's what they're doing. They're pointing to a location in memory. Okay, so instead of copying that book, right, you just point to it and say, okay, this is where I'm going to, sort of thing. That's the general consensus. Okay, I hope that helps, right? Think of it kind of like that. You can look at memory like those library shelves, and each shelf is a container. Each book is organized in a linear fashion, which is also called contiguous memory, right? So each book is in a contiguous linear row, right? Contiguous. Each book is a memory location, right? Okay, let's continue. So that'll give you a good kind of idea, right? Today you will learn what pointers are, how to declare and use pointers, what the free store is, and how to manipulate memory. Let's go. Pointers present two special challenges when you're learning C++. They can be somewhat confusing, okay? Not for you, for them maybe, but not for you. And it isn't immediately obvious why they are needed. Okay? Well, we don't want to do copies of stuff. We don't want to why double the workload, right? I'd rather carry one stack of books than two stack of books at the same time, right? You're making the CPU kind of do that, right? Okay, let's continue. It's kind of like the go dig the ditch shovel with a CPU and a graphics card. If you don't have a graphics card, then you're making the CPU use two shovels and dig the ditches at the same time. Okay, do you want to be that worker? Or do you want to hand over the shovel to the CPU and only use one shovel? Which would you rather do? Right? Get a dedicated graphics card. I know I go on this tangent about PCs, but I'm a PC fanboy, I guess. Originally a consoler, but to me those are little potatoes. They're potatoes, and they're just like little ovens. Okay, anyways, I gotta keep moving forward. But if you want to get into OpenGL, you need a dedicated graphics card, i.e. a real PC. Okay, not a potato. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Pointers present two special challenges when you're learning C++. They can be somewhat... Okay, why am I reading this? There we go. See, I just duplicated memory, right? It was unnecessary. You will fully understand the need for pointers, however, only as the course progresses. Okay. The ability to use pointers and manipulate memory at a low level is one of the factors that makes C++ the language of choice for embedded and real-time applications. Again, there's no other language, I don't think, that it has direct one-on-one communication with the CPU. Henceforth, therefore, hence yonder, CPP is the faster language. Let's do this, and I'll give you a visual so that you're not just staring at a black screen, dark screen. Okay, get ready, get your sunglasses on, get ready, here we go, get ready to get flashbanged. Alright, there you go. So, a pointer is a variable that holds a memory address, right? So it actually holds a memory address, okay, of wherever it's pointing to. It's kind of like you're pointing to that book, and it's holding the memory address where it's pointing to. That's it. If you understand this simple sentence, then you know the core of what there is to know about pointers. I don't know why it's such a difficult concept for some people, but I guess C++ isn't for everybody. They're probably Kardashian fans. That's probably what it is, I imagine. Okay, to understand pointers, you must know a little bit about computer memory, right? You don't have to go full on deep down the deep hole of understanding memory, but having a good general, simplistic, rationalized, logical, rationalizing, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, yeah. I know that was a lot. I couldn't get it out. My bad. Wow. Just some kind of order of operations, logical reasoning with understanding memory. Okay, there we go. All right. Awesome. Computer memory is divided into sequentially numbered memory locations. Okay, now these aren't the actual numbers. Okay, they're just examples. That's an example memory address. Okay, normally it's has an hexadecimal format. Each variable is located at a unique location in memory, known as its address. It's no different than the pizza delivery guy delivering a pizza to a house. They need the address. Okay, shows the schematic representation of the storage of an unsigned long integer variable named the age. Okay, again, the compiler or the CPU kind of makes that decision where it's going to be stored, right? We have no control of that. Okay, it makes a decision. Getting a variable's memory address, different computers number this memory using different complex schemes. Usually, as a programmer, you don't need to know the particular address of any given variable because the compiler handles the details. We can print the address if we want to see it. We can. We do have that option. If you want this information, though, you can use the address of operator. Okay, let me close this. All right, address of operator. And I will show you what that looks like. So here's what you get in your mind. Okay, get that stored in your mind right now. Okay, ampersand. Okay, equals well, I'm just trying to think of the best way to say this. It's just a memory address. We'll just keep it simple. Okay, KISS method. Okay, you could call it's not really calling it a pointer, but I always look at it like this: and address, and address, and address. Okay, and address. That's how I remember it. And address, and address. Okay, pointer name equals and address, and its address, and its address. Okay, keep repeating that in your head. And address. Oh, look, ampersand and address. Right? Does that help? I hope so. Which returns the address of an object in memory. Okay, variable object, kind of the same, not quite. Variable does less than an object. Okay, so let's illustrate this, okay, through code. Let me actually, instead of doing this, I'll do this after. Let me give you some simple answers, okay, simple examples. Okay, so if you've been watching the series, you would have heard the term passing by value, okay? So when you see the ampersand, right, when you see the ampersand, you're passing by reference. Okay? So you'll see it like this. So just put reference and address into the same sentence in your head. Okay? Reference, passing by reference, and address. Okay? So pass by reference. Whenever you pass in a variable by reference, you pass in the variable's address. Okay? So just some random variable you created, right? Say you created a variable. This is in the wrong spot. I should put it up top. Okay? So I could create a variable. Variable name. Okay? And then we can initialize it with whatever. Okay? There we go. We created a local variable, local to the main. Alright? You'll recognize it based on its coloration. It depends on the theme. I have a how to set up your own theme in Visual Studio on my channel. Bologna&Weiners coding. Let's go. Okay. So, continuing. You basically give the functions direct access to that variable, right? Because we could pass variables into functions, right? Remember this, guys, right? When you're passing into a function can take in data. So you're passing in an argument, right? You put parameters. I don't mean to confuse you, but parameters and arguments are all the same. They just kind of have, right? When you create your function, you create the parameters. But when you're running the function, you're passing in your arguments, okay? So a variable is an argument that you would pass into the function, right? We'll do examples. I'm going to do some simple ones here. I'm doing my own. I could do the course outline, but we'll do more later, right? We'll do more. In that sense, the original variable can indeed be modified inside your function. Also is less stress on computer while compiling. This method doesn't have to make copies of every variable, right? That's the key. That's the reason why you pass by reference, right? You're not creating copies. Passing by value, though, does, okay? Passing by value. When you're learning, guys and gals, before we even get into pointers and referencing, that's basically what we've been doing all this time. Passing by value, which creates copies, okay? Duplicates in memory. So basically passing a copy of your variable into your function, right? You won't be modifying the actual initial variable. You'd be just changing the value of the copy, right? And not affecting the original variable. Okay, in order to affect the original variable, you pass by reference. All right? So the original variable itself cannot be changed until we set it equal to another value. So that way the function only has access to the copy of that variable, not the original variable itself. In general, value means to pass in a copy. Okay? All right. Let's do some examples. I have some written code here. So let's start with a passing by value example, okay? I'm going to create some variables, okay? The first one's going to be called fish, okay? And I'm just going to copy them and do them kind of one underneath the other. Second one I'm going to call kitten, okay, just random names. And the third one's going to be called bird, okay? And I'm going to use 14 and 36 and I don't know, 59. Okay, so hopefully you can clearly see that they're different numbers. Let's go 79 and yeah, okay, that should work. All right, so we're gonna create a method, okay, a function actually, because we don't have a class. Okay, let's do that first. Okay, my first function is recent follower, so I'm going to create it underneath that. So I'm going to create in here. Okay, I'm a little bit OCD. I like to do things in order, and plus when you're working with classes and member initializer lists, you want to make sure you have your private variables in the same order. Well, whichever order you can set up your private variables, doesn't matter, but your member initializer list must match the order of your private variables. But I didn't mean to go on that tangent, but that has to do with classes. Okay. Okay, so the first one we're gonna do is called what right here. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this, copy that there. Okay, passing by value function. All right, so we're just gonna go void pass by. I don't even need to actually say it, you guys can see it. Pass by value. All right, and we're gonna pass in some information. Okay, right, we want to pass in information, right? That's kind of the idea for all this. VALV, okay, value V. Pass by, why can I not type? Okay, and then I gotta create. We're just gonna do one at a time here. Okay, so this is number 1. Okay, all right. Function number 1. Should I go uppercase? I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter, it's up to you. If you want to start your functions with uppercase, that's fine. Okay, I don't know, I got in the habit of lowercase, using camel case. That's my style. Okay, I'm at home, I don't care. I could do what I want with my own programs at home. All right, so there we go. There's our first one. And I'm just going to copy this so we're kind of consistent. Okay, if you've been following along, you know what's happening, right? I'm not going to explain. Again, you got to follow the series. You'll know which section is which. I'll just give you a tip. Line coding essay. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. All right, there's a lot of people that are watching and following the series. They're already up to par playing golf with me. Okay, for them, out of respect to them for following and watching the series, I'm going to keep moving forward, not backwards and forwards. Okay, you got to watch the videos. I'm being nice here, and catch up. That way we're all playing golf together. Man, I can't wait till we all play golf together. It's going to be fun times. I'm telling you, fun times. Okay, so I'm just going to put in a random value, okay? Actually, I have to make sure. Okay, so what I'm doing is basically just initializing it here, okay? Whatever, okay? There we go. That's it. That's all this. Again, it's not a return type. It's a void, guys, right? So if I pass in a value, are we going to expect things to change? I don't know. Let's find out. So I've done my definition, I've got my declaration. Okay, and now we need to do the magic in the main. Okay, so how do you do that? Well, I'm going to go right here. Okay, we have to call the function, and all we need is the name. Okay, I'm just going to copy it all. It's okay, and then I'm going to pass in fish. Okay, I'm passing in fish. There we go. Okay, I don't need an object because we don't have a class. Okay, this is part of the main, no object required. Okay, building. Right, so we're not using any special fancy symbols. This is just basically what you're seeing here is it's the learning code, the beginner code. We're learning code, right? This is the beginning code. So we're gonna run it. Okay, we passed fish in, and we're trying to change the value of fish essentially. What do we get? Do we print it? No, we have to print it. Silly. Well, actually, we gotta return it to console. I'm being silly, guys. Okay. I could create an extra variable to store that. But I could just return the value of fish. Okay. We're trying to change it. We're trying to modify the value of fish. Pass it in, and we're expecting it to change to 99. Okay, let's see. Does that happen? I don't know. Let's find out. Okay, \n. I am a fish. Okay, just because. And then we're going to return fish. And do I need... Pop, and pop. There we go. I'm being silly. You got to return it to the console, right? That's part of the extra magic, so you could see the efforts of your work. There we go. I am fish, but I'm still 14, right? We didn't affect the value at all. Just returns the same value it originally is. Okay. Looking at the, right, we pass it in, and then that value, hang on, right, then 99 equals value. So, right, if you understand left-hand side, right-hand side, what we're doing is we're passing in fish, and we're trying to change, because the variable here doesn't need to be fish, right? We can still pass in fish and change the value of fish through code. So we're actually trying to force what we pass in, right-hand side equals left-hand side. Okay, so we're trying to change it from 14 to 99. Essentially, that's what we're kind of doing. Okay, but no, it's not affecting it because we just made a copy. That's all we're doing. So when we pass it in, we're creating a copy. Okay, so we're not affecting the original value. Okay, that's basically it in a nutshell. All right, so now let's do passing by reference. Okay, another way to look at references is this. Okay, actually, I'll do that after. Okay. Well, I guess I could do it right here. I'll do it like this, okay? References are just aliases. So, reference ampersand, references are just aliases. Remember, the ampersand is an address, okay? Ampersand equals memory address, okay? These are just little extra notes for you. Okay, let's create a new method. And we're going to call it... I'm going to go like this. Okay, I'm going to change it. Don't worry. So we're going to call it pass by reference. Okay? And we're going to pass in, I'm going to change this to an R just so we have difference. Okay. Now, follow the syntax, guys. This is the way you set it up. Okay. When you're passing by reference, just take note to where the position of your ampersand is in code. Okay. Syntax, the position of your syntax matters. Okay. It's important. All right. So now we're going to go like this. And we're going to just use, I don't know, what's our number right now? I'm going to pass in kitten. It's 36. And we're going to change it to 43 or 53. Okay? All right. So the other thing I need to do is create my function prototype, which is going to be here. I'm going to go like this. Like that. You have to keep the ampersand in your prototype, okay? I'm going to go like this, I'm going to go like this, I'm going to go like this. This is number 2, and we're passing by reference. Okay? This is how you get the organization in your head. Okay? We're going from beginner to being really bad coder to, oh, we're leveling up our skills to becoming a memory manager now. Okay, that's what we're doing. All right, so let's call the function. We're going to call it. And I am going to pass in kitten. Okay, kitten is 36. All right. Kitten is 36. There's nothing else really fancy that you have to do in code, like in the main with when you're passing by reference. Okay, I'm just gonna go like this, and just to kind of shorten that up because it's, you know, right there we go. Okay, there's no other syntax to add in. All we're doing is passing in kitten. Okay, so when you're passing by reference, you have an ampersand in your method or your function. Okay, because you can do this in class with classes as well. Okay, so same thing with our function prototype. Has the ampersand. That's it. That's all you need for when you're passing by reference. That's it. There's no other syntax involved. All you need to do is pass in the variable. And now all we have to do is actually return I am kitten now. Okay? And we're going to return kitten. Are we going to change the value of kitten? So take note, kitten is originally, code is run line by line until it reaches a function and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Okay, you should know all this stuff. Okay, kitten is 36. Okay, fish is 14. Kitten is 36. Let's build it and run it. Oh, I know what it is. Silly me, right here. That's the thing about, that's why they don't recommend you copy and paste. It's things like this can happen, right? When I copied, I should have updated it here as well, right? These have to match. Okay, that was my bad. All right, let's build it again. Bye-bye, be gone, and run. Okay, remember, fish is 14, kitten is 36. Let's see what happens. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. See, we did the exact same thing. Guys, look, now kitten is 53 because we're actually now affecting the original variable. That's it, we're done. Okay? We're done. We can all go home now. funny because I'm already at home. No, we're not done, guys. Okay, there is more, but that's it. That's it. I don't need to even explain anymore. See how simple that is? I don't know why it's so confusing for people. Oh no, it's another piece of syntax. I'm confused. My brain just broke. Yeah, I know I'm a little bit sarcastic sometimes, guys. This does not reflect on you guys and gals, okay? It's a mock at the dunce cappers, okay? Let's be clear about that. All right, one more to do. Oh, let me close this. One more to do, and that's called. Yeah, I don't need to see that. So yeah, I could actually print the memory address. We could actually see it and such. But I wanted to do the last one first. And then I'll show you that you can actually print the memory address. I'll show you how to do that as well. Okay. So the other one that we're going to do is called, this one is a little bit more, okay? This is the third way of doing. Well, is it second way actually? Probably the second way. Actually, there's a third way, and it's a pointer to a pointer, but we're not doing that today, okay? We're definitely not doing that today. We're going to do the basic ones. The basic two, pass by reference, and what I call passing by pointer reference. Okay, I'm just going to type it. I'm just going to go like this. Passing by, I'm going to get rid of that. Pointer reference. I call it passing by pointer reference because pointers, okay? So, pointer, think asterisk. Reference, think ampersand, okay? Okay? So with pointer, think asterisk, whatever. Such a weird word. Asterisk, obelix. Think ampersand. Okay, there we go. Asterisk, risk, and ampersand. Right there, and I'll just put a comma separator. Okay, this is the third one. All right, so passing by pointer reference, I call it, because you end up using both. They're not done both together, but let me show you. They're not that bad. It's just another way of doing things. And as a matter of fact, I have a program. I wish, if I was willing to share my code, I could show you literally two different examples of when and where you would learn that. If you actually create and grind your own code, and when you're working in the main, you'll be like, it just depends on kind of what you're doing, because you'll have a class and then you'll have stuff going on in the main. I don't think I could explain it without showing, right? I'd have to show you by example. Again, my time is my time. Money I don't have, right? I wish I could share it. If I was making money somehow, I wouldn't care. I would share my knowledge. Okay? But eventually I gotta get from being a channel called Bologna&Weiners to a channel called Eating Beef Wellington Coding. Okay? That's kind of, it's kind of where I'm at. Nothing comes easy for me. put in the time. Be gone, double loop. Be gone. I was gonna say because I put in the time. I put in the time. Did I not do this? What the heck? Okay, there we go. Number 2. Passing by reference. I'm getting cringed. Reference. Okay, now we're gonna do passing by pointer reference. Okay, number 3. All right, so I'm gonna go like this. I gotta remind myself not to forget changing stuff. So I'm gonna change this to a P. So inside here, we're actually using the asterisks. Okay, you can see the difference. Notice the syntax. Notice the position of the syntax. Okay. So, update this. Whoops, I could actually keep that. Hold up. Pass by pointer reference there. Okay. It's getting a little ahead of myself here. Let's get kind of on track. Okay, this one's called pass by pointer reference. Okay, inside, this is our parameter. Okay, guys, this is our parameter. In the main, we pass in our arguments. In the main, we pass in our arguments. Okay, that's the difference. Okay, so now I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to copy the exact same thing. We're not really doing anything different or special or fancy here. What's our, well, we kind of are a little bit. Okay, we have 79. Okay, I don't know, what should I pick? 43. Okay, that way we know. So we're actually going down from a higher number to a lower number. Or I'll just go 43 here. I'm sorry for changing it, so I don't want to confuse you guys. We're going to increase it. All right? Again, they're just random numbers, right? So bird is 43. That's what we're going to pass in is bird. Okay? This is for function number 1. Two and 3. Okay, just so there's some organization in your mind, all right? And I'll just go, just so you can clearly see it. Okay, number 2, and this is going to be number 3. All right, there. Get lost. Just showing me the money, leave me alone. Insurance, bank calling, saying insurance. Well, I kind of need money to do that sort of stuff in life, you know? It's kind of how it works. Anyways, I'm good, guys. Okay, so let's continue. Pass by pointer reference. Okay, inside our parameter list, I guess you can call it a parameter list, we put the asterisk. Okay? So what you do here is also note the position. Okay? If you note, you could actually do it like this too, right? I like to put it with the data type. It doesn't matter. You could go like this as well. It'll still work. But look at the variable, okay? On the left side of the variable is the asterisk. Okay? Note the position. Okay? We're doing the same thing here. Okay? You're going to ask yourself, what is that? What is that what did I just do there? So, how do I explain this? Okay, so if I print the address, let me just do that quickly. Am I done this one here for now? Yeah, I am. Let me show you something. I'll do it right now so you can see. Let's print the address of Kitten. Okay, I believe this is the position here, if I recall right. Right, this is for printing the memory address. So because I put the ampersand there, I'm actually printing the memory address, right? Remember, the ampersand is the memory address, right? That's the symbol for memory address. So if you want to actually see the memory address, you use the ampersand. Okay, let me build this. I should actually do one more thing. I gotta go like this and do because I know my program's gonna yell at me. Okay, and then we're gonna print the memory address. I want you to see, so you can see. Okay, there. Okay, that's done. That's number 3. All right. Keep the symbol in there. It has to match, remember? It has to match. Okay, let me build this. I did it again. Jeez Louise. Sorry, guys. Okay, I'm just getting all excited. All right, let's build number 36. I had 2 actually. What? Oh, right here. Okay, so look at this. Just so to help you kind of I knew there was 2 lines of errors and I should have looked. I just thought, it would go away if I fixed one. But anyways, so it's saying syntax error preceded by, right here it's telling me a semicolon. Really, if you see that, you look, I'm missing a semicolon. You can literally look at that error list and go, I'm just missing a semicolon. It's literally telling me that. So what's happening here is it's saying line 36, okay? It's not line 36 that it's actually referring to, it's the line above. So just remember that. That's a little bit of a debugging tips 101 for you, okay? Be gone. I'm just all excited to show you the memory address. I'm making syntactical errors. That's okay, just minor things, guys. Why do you have to be so serious, Bob? Syntactical mistakes are little things. They really are. Okay, it's just compile time errors. All right, running, building, running, building, running. There we go. See, I am kitten, and it's printing out the memory address. Okay, so it's hexadecimal format. Obviously, as humans, we're like, what is that? Right? So if you see this kind of information printed, this is actually the memory address of this variable. Okay, that's what we printed here. Okay, so that's an important little take here. You need to know, you need to understand this about references, right? So you can print the memory address. There's nothing saying that you can't. You could do this, and that is how you do it right there. Just simply putting the ampersand in front of the variable will return to you the memory address. Again, remember, ampersand, memory address. Ampersand, address. Ampersand, address. Ampersand, address. Okay? All right, so going back to here, the reason I mentioned that is what we're doing here is we're pointing, okay? This is the librarian pointing to the shelf. I'm the librarian, I'm the CPU, and I'm going, it's over there, I'm pointing to it, okay? So that's what the first pointer does. It's like holding your hand up in the air and just pointing at something, okay? What this is doing here, notice the position, and again, I could have it the same. If you're the type that likes to have it in the same position, that's fine. You can do that. You totally can. For me, I don't know. I just like it. I do this. Okay? I always put it with the data type. It still works either way. So what this one's doing something different. Okay? So this one is the librarian pointing, hands in the air pointing, going, it's over there. Right? You're pointing to an address, okay? So right here is what's called dereferencing. Dereferencing. So If I don't do this, then I would actually be printing the memory address. So that's what this does. So instead of printing the memory address, because that's what you would see, we put the pointer there. You could call it the dereferencing pointer. Could be another name you want to call it. That's what this one's doing. It's doing something entirely different. They're the same symbol, yes, but they're doing two entirely different things. Okay, one's a pointing to, hands in the air pointing, and the second one is like taking it from a memory address to a value. Now, you're probably wondering, well, but you just said ampersand is memory address, right? I don't see an ampersand. That's true. So just hold on. Just hold on. Let me show you. Here's a note for you. There you go. Note, an asterisk on the left-hand side of variable equals or means dereferencing. Okay? Right? It means it's called dereferencing. Okay? So basically, instead of, all it's doing is, if you ran the program, it would actually print the address, but you don't want the address. That's why we put the pointer, dereferencing pointer symbol here, so that we actually return the value. So we actually return the value. Okay, that's its job. So now with that said, okay, I could just leave this. This is fine. Okay, let's call our function. And let's get the third one done. This is all important stuff, guys and gals, right? So let's call it. Okay, I'm going to get rid of that because we're actually passing in bird this time, right? Passing in bird. And then I'm just going to copy this quickly. And go like, oops, I'm going to go like this. Go like this, and I'm going to go like this. Okay, there's the third one. All right, so pointing, hand pointing in the air, dereferencing pointer. Okay, it's two different things doing two different things. Well, it's the same thing doing two different things. All right, I gotta leave it at that. I think you understand. Hopefully you understand. Okay, I think you do, which is great. Okay, so here's some notes. With pointers, you are copying the pointer, i.e. the hex format memory address. Okay, that's what you're doing. Okay, in a nutshell. It's not really critical that you remember this. The knowledge is great. The most important take from this is this setup here and understanding what this is doing here. What's it doing here and what's it doing here? Okay, that's the most important take from this. Okay, so I'm passing in bird. Bird is 43. Inside our function, it's 79. We still have one more thing to do. We're not done. Okay? So recall when I was going like, and you're like, oh, well, but you're not, but you said reference is memory address, right? So you actually have to do this. This is why it's called pointer, why I call it pointer reference, because you're using pointer, and then in your code in your main, okay, in your code in your main, you actually have to put the ampersand, right? So, you seeing it? Okay, let me go yays. I'm trying to keep it simple here for you to understand, right? So that's why we got to do this. Okay, that's why we're dereferencing here, because we would be printing the memory address. Make sense? The lights and the bells and the whistles just went off, didn't they? They did, didn't they? Oh man, let's go. Turn it up. Turn it up. Ding, 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 ding. It's that simple. So with the passing by pointer reference, yeah, you have to add a pointer. You have to add another pointer. This is the dereferencing one. It's required because we need the ampersand here. So whenever you're passing by pointer reference, you're using the ampersand. So that's where the reference comes in. Okay, so let me just run it. Normally, I think we're good. We should be golden. Okay, recall, up here in the main, this is our local variable. It's 43, okay? This is local to the function, remember this, right? So we should expect to see 79, right? Because that's what we're doing here. We're trying to modify a value. The difference is with passing by pointer reference. With pointers, you're copying the pointer to the hex format memory address. Blah, 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 blah. Not that critical to remember, but like I said, the most important takes are what's happening here and what's happening here. And well, we're passing in the memory address is what we're doing, okay? All right. What did I do wrong? Number 87. Okay, what am I doing wrong here? Come on, Bob. Yes, it is valid, Bob. Okay. Void past int blah blah. Which version am I using here? God, why does this stuff have to happen to me? Never fails. Can things just flow nicely? Hold up. I am using 20. Okay. I wonder if I should move down from 20. Okay, hold up. Passing. I'm just focusing here. What? Oh, I see it now, guys. God, it's really silly of me. This is like a Homer moment. This is a Homer moment. I've already figured it out because I'm a fast debugger. The more mistakes you make, the better you get. That's all I'm going to say. Okay? No, I don't use ChatGPT. That's why I'm better at figuring this out quicker. I don't rely on something. I am ChatGPT. Okay. Let me do this, because this is a Homer moment. That's why you're not supposed to copy and paste, guys and gals. Do the actual typing. Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. I just want to go dough. I don't want to see your stupid commercial. God. Can't even bring up a video. It goes straight directly into a commercial. You're getting like muted, you tards. Okay, I gotta run it again. Go! There we go. One more time. Go! One more time. Go! Let's go. Turn it up. So, I figured out because I looked at the coloration of my variable. So what's happening here is I've already declared it, okay? I've declared this function as a void, right? Just so you understand what's happening here. I've already declared it. I've already created my prototype. I've told the program it's a void function. I've already declared it. Okay? The fail is I'm declaring it again because I'm being a copy and paster, because I'm being lazy with my typing. I'm always messing up typing. So that's why I kind of have formed these bad habits of, I'm not copying and pasting code from the internet, I'm copying and pasting my own code, right? But you got to be aware of these little details, okay? I got to get rid of the void. Okay, there. Be gone! Be gone. Okay, now let's run it. There we go. I am 79. Let's go. Okay. Bird was originally 53. We're still modifying the value. Everything's the same. Passing by reference, we're modifying. Passing by pointer reference, we're modifying. Okay, we're modifying. Okay, we're not creating copies. That's the gist of doing all this stuff. Okay, so see, look, 79. Okay, so our pass by pointer reference function has in fact modified the variable that is up here in our local. Okay, so let me show you something. You notice we're getting the actual integer value, right? So let me show you something. If I didn't add this, okay, I wonder if it'll actually, I'm just curious if it might have error. I don't know if it'll allow me to, but we'll see. I'm gonna build it. Yeah, I can't convert from int to int. The reason is because it's a memory address, right? That's kind of why. So I can't do that. It won't allow me. So if you actually get this kind of error, that's what it means. Okay, I have to dereference it. I have to turn it into a variable. If I don't, okay, focus on your words that you're saying. Because if I don't do this, because I'm passing by reference, this is a memory address. I have to convert it from a memory address to an actual value, not variable, a value. That value is 79. That's what the dereferencing does. It converts it to an int, converts it from a memory address to an int, converts it from a memory address to an int, right? We have to return an int. I can't kind of shortcut the system. It's just, it has to be together. Okay, it's the only way it's gonna work. All right, but I can, if I wanted to, right? I could still do the same thing. I could still go and bird, right? It's no different, guys, gals. Okay, remember, when you're using the ampersand, expect to see the memory address, and that's how you print a memory address, just by simply putting the ampersand. So that's the actual address of this variable, okay, in memory, in location, okay? If I could shrink myself like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids and crawl inside my RAM, I would find that location. Take me a while because I don't have the RAM map, right? That's it. That's really all I need to show you guys and gals, right? There is another concept called, you'll see a double pointer. We're not going to do that because I don't want to break your brain at this point. Okay, you'll see something that has a double pointer. That's a pointer to a pointer. It's a pointer pointing to another pointer, essentially. We're not going to do that though, okay? I think that's lots. You're learning. I think you get the idea, right? This is the newbie. This is the beginner. This is your advancing a little bit. And this is your becoming an expert, okay? Becoming an actual memory manager, right? You're making again, it boils down to this here. Boils down to that. Memory, performance, and optimization. I don't need to say anything more than that. That's what it boils down to. Hence the reason why you do this. Now, again, man, if I was making good money and stuff doing this, I would show you guys my programs. Right? I'm hoping that maybe I could sell the programs to make money. I don't know. Man, like, not, I don't want to go on and on and on, but I'm putting in the work, I'm putting in the time, I'm doing 10, 12-hour days, I'm raising my kid, doing all those sort of things, right? I got no help, right? But I'm proud to raise my son. I've been raising him since he was 1.5. Okay, I manned up. Okay, but yeah, that's my deal. Okay, so grinding and grinding and grinding. Maybe I'll somehow sell the programs. I don't know. Maybe. I will stay tuned. My 2D vector and my 3D vector. This is where both those programs, I could show you 2 examples of when you would use this and when you would use this. I can't really do that right now, right? You kind of have to do to see. You'd have to do to see, right? Again, I need to create classes and do all that sort of stuff. Again, keep viewing, keep watching. Make sure you wash your clothes. That definitely helps. And yeah, keep liking. Remember, sharing is caring. Don't forget to buy me a coffee. That'll help. That certainly will. Johnny without coffee, well, yeah, that's worse than not having bologna and wieners, I'll tell you. What are we at for time here? What are we at for time? We still kind of have a half an hour here, because really I explained, like, that's it in a nutshell. I need to go no further on this. That's it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. We could do some examples. We could. I've showed you how to print a memory address. That's really what we're doing here. Printing the memory address. Okay? Right? Because we're using the ampersand. Right, guys? Again, ampersand, address. Ampersand, address. Ampersand, address. Passing by reference, ampersand, address. Passing by reference, ampersand, address. Right? You can still, if you're beginning and just kind of starting out, just start working with passing by reference. Just start working that. Right? That's what you could do, right? Create some functions. Right? Create some functions and pass some values into it in the main. And you'll already be doing better coding just by doing this alone. That's it, right? There's no, remember, when you're passing by reference, there's no extra character. There's only one character when you're passing by reference. Passing by pointer reference, well, that's why I call it that, because it helps me remember I'm using a pointer and a reference, right? Okay, so I hope that helps. I don't know why, like, I hope this is like the best example video for passing by reference and passing by pointer reference. Like, literally, I hope this becomes like the best video for an example, because that's it in a nutshell, guys. Okay, definition of a pointer: a new variable which stores the address of another variable, right? Because, yeah, that's what it is. Right, we could do this sort of code too, right? I'm going to clean this up. I hope you guys don't mind. Again, you can kind of pause, rewind, do whatever you have to do. You can copy the code. It's open source. All the examples. Okay? I'm just going to clean it up because I want to show you some other examples. Okay? All right. I think I organized it to the best that I could make it so that's easy for you to understand. Okay, I just cleaned everything up. There we go. Okay, so we still have fish. Okay, if I need to create another variable, I will. Okay, so let's do that. We've declared an int. We've called it fish. That's the variable. Remember, if you're following the series, you'll know a variable has a memory address. Okay, that's where it stores the value 14 inside of its container. The container has the address on it. Okay, I look at a container like, let's say the number 14 is on a die, or a dice, or a die, right? The number 14's on there. I could throw it inside a container like a shoebox, shake it all around and shake it all about, do the hokey pokey and all those sort of things. Right? The value is inside the container. Okay. So, again, I already showed you how to do the memory address. We could do that, I guess. Fish's memory address. Okay. Again, if you want the memory address, ampersand. It's that simple, guys. If you actually just want to print it, that's how you do it. Okay? Build. We'll start there, step by step. There we go. We printed the memory address. Yay. Okay? Now, let's create a pointer. Okay? What is a pointer, right? So I'm going to create a new variable. And I'm going to call it fish PTR. All right? And you actually don't initialize these, but notice the position of the what are you? Oh, God, you guys are so finicky. Null pointer. Okay, you want me to null pointer it? All right, that's fine. That's why they create this stuff, guys. That's initializing it. Okay. All right. A lot of times the program, the software will have some recommendations, and you do want to do this. This is part of the initialization. Okay, so if you're wondering what's null pointer, that's the reason it's been created. Okay. So a new variable which stores the address of another. Okay, so that's what this is going to be. It's a new variable, guys. Ding, 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 bells and whistles, right? This is its own person. This is another person. This is a person. That's another person. But actually, that's a fish. But this is another fish. This fish is pointing at this fish. Why are you pointing at this fish? Okay, where am I here? Sheesh. Okay, so that's what we did. We just created a new variable that's going to point to this fish. All right, how do we do that in code? Okay, here's some uses, okay? To allocate new objects on the heap, right? This is actually where you're getting into heap or dynamic memory. Remember, stack allocated is static memory, stationary, okay? Not moving, the original. And then heap allocated is dynamic, running, live, moving. Okay? That's the difference. To allocate new objects on a heap, right? That's actually during runtime. So runtime is to pass functions to other functions, okay, which stuff we do, to iterate over elements in arrays or other data structures, okay? Anyways. All right, so we've done that. We've printed fish. We've created the fish pointer. What else are we going to do? Now, I could inline all this, right? I could have just inlined it. So because I've declared it, the pointer, the fish pointer as an int, I don't need to use int again. Okay, so I'm just going to copy that variable because I've already declared it. And I'm going to make it equal the memory address of fish. I'm going to make it equal this. Okay, so I'm storing the memory address, right? So that's the key take here, right? It's a new variable which stores the address of another variable, right? It's right here. Ding, 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 ding. Okay? So I know it's kind of a new concept I'm throwing at you here, okay? But that's the concept of a pointer, creating a pointer, okay? It stores a memory address. That's its job. Okay, it does not have, I'm just going to say that. It stores a memory address. Let's just keep it simple like that. KISS method. Okay, its job is to store a memory address. Okay, so whenever you assign a memory address to a pointer, you don't need to include the asterisks again. Okay, it's kind of like we're already declaring it, right? You notice that? Okay? Because we've already told the program it's a pointer, right? Just by simply putting that there. So the program knows it's a pointer. It's part of the declaration, right? That makes sense? That's why I didn't have to type int again, because I've already told the program, hey, it's an int data type. Okay? But because I got this asterisk here, that means, okay, it's notifying the CPU, the compiler, that whenever you assign a memory address to a pointer, you don't need to include the asterisk again because it knows it's a pointer. You only do that when you are first creating the variable, right? Which is what we've done here, right? From now on, whenever you use the variable fish pointer or fish PTR, C++ already knows that it's a pointer. Okay, just like I explained. Okay, I don't want to over-explain it. Again, now this is actually holding the memory address, right? If you see the ampersand, just think memory address. Ampersand, memory address. Ampersand, memory address. Ampersand, memory address. Okay, and then we could actually print. Let's print. What's it going to give us? Okay, what does it return to us? Let's return fish pointer. Okay, I'm going to go like this. Whoops. I am fish pointer. Okay, and I'll just go like this. Okay, anything else we need to do? I don't know, let's find out what it returns to us. Okay, so just think about this, right? This is holding a memory address, right? Right-hand side, left-hand side equals right-hand side. Whatever's on the right gets leapfrogged into the left-hand side. That's why we say left-hand side equals right-hand side. Okay? Get that concept in your head, guys and gals. You'll see this a lot. Okay? All right. While you're learning, okay? So I'm just going to build. So you should already know what should you expect to see when we print it. The same memory address. Let's go. Okay, so that you can see it in code. Here we're printing because, right? I shouldn't have to explain this anymore. You guys should have this, right? It's you get it, right? This is a memory address. This is holding a memory address. We're printing the same memory address. Again, it's pointing to that. Okay, well, actually, it's holding that memory address. It's like storing that location, right? So it knows where to go. That's the reason for creating pointers. Anything else we could do? Right, so we printed out the memory address. Exactly the same thing, right? Just like I said. Fish pointer is right. So which obviously prints out the memory address again. Pointer is a special type of variable that has a memory address stored as its value. Okay? It holds a memory address. It doesn't hold a value, it holds a memory address. Okay? I've showed you passing by value. I've showed you passing by reference. We've done all that. That's it. I wonder if I should just kind of leave it at that. I haven't really gone into the course outlining, guys, because I showed you my own examples and my own explanation for understanding passing by reference and understanding passing by pointer reference. Okay, there is a particular kind of, if you there is a how do I say this? Its use and purpose can be utilized when you're working with classes and you're working with the main and you're working with methods. Okay, it just depends on what you're trying to access in your code in the main. The situation could change. I don't know how to explain it, but I wish I could show you examples. The only way I could do is show you by example. Again, I'm willing to show my code and share my code, but I mean, I need to start, I need to get off Bologna&Weiners. I'll tell you that much. Again, I'm the type of guy, I get knocked back down. I can get knocked down, I'll get back up. Turn it up. Turn up your turnips up. How much time do we have here? We're almost at 2 hours. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Maybe I will continue with the course lecture outline. I'm going to let you guys and gals absorb that, okay? Absorb that in the old cranium. Okay, taking that information. I hope that helped a lot. I think it's best I leave it at that and kind of just end the stream at this point. Okay, it's great to have you. Great to have you, every single one of you. Beautiful, intelligent people, because you truly are. Remember, look in the mirror and say, I am awesome. Let's go. Peace and love, baby. I'll see you guys and gals in the next live stream. Whoever you are, wherever you are, have a great rest of your day, evening, noon, or night. And I'll talk to you later. Johnny with Bologna&Weiners Coding. For now, saying peace out, guys. Take care. Peace!
Baby, I don't understand It changes.